season, very impressive season. I watched many of those games. I'll tell you, you don't mind watching great soccer when it's freezing cold outside when they're playing so well. It's a very impressive game. It was really good to see Lancer pride during that time. I noticed there were so many girls at the games as well, which is really why the girls and the boys wanted to have this work together. So thank you again. Good job. I want to make sure that we also thank the parents and the players for working hard and making this evening possible. I mean, there were so many people that are involved with organizing a night like tonight, so we all do appreciate it. We all want to thank everyone. I would like to especially thank the boosters who have worked so hard on so many different levels and so many different ways to help our girls out specifically, whether it's sweatshirts to just helping out getting extra awards or certificates or little things that add up, helping through the season, whether it was doing a pool party in the beginning of the season, ice cream parties, whatever the event was, the boosters stepped up and really helped out. If you're not involved with the boosters, I think it's well worth the time and the energy because the players themselves benefit the most. So again, thank you all of you who have helped out this season with the boosters. This time I'd like to call up someone who's helped us over the years. Mr. Pereira, are you here tonight? Amy, tell your dad to come up. There we go. You know, it needs to be recognized that when someone steps up, and whether we keep reminding them, like, you're going to film tonight, you're going to come. He did a great job filming for us. He also does the boys, and he does a fantastic job without, it's picture time. Without his help, it's awesome to be able to replay the film and look it over again, and then go back and play it over again. And usually one game would take me about 4 hours to watch because I was playing it over and over again. But you can't miss anything. That's the wonderful thing about it. And we had so many new players this year that it was really beneficial for us as a team. So thank you very much for all your help. Also this year we had, early in the season, we also had Mr. Smith, who helped us out, whether it was at some practices during the summertime or whether it was just volunteering to do one of our games. I told him no pressure, he had to win or at least tie it, or else I would beat him in the Boston Marathon the next time he runs it. And he easily did a great job, there was no question about that. So we are pleased, come on up, we're going to make embarrass you a little bit. As a small token of our appreciation. Thank you. A little tidbit that Mr. Smith actually has run 26-something mile marathon before. What is it, 0.2? Is that what you just said? I think so. And he completed it, which was amazing. I told him I'd race him any day, but I was just kind of busy those days that he wants to race. Also, I'd like to extend a deep appreciation to my captains. Cassidy and Holly did an amazing job this year. We truly appreciate all their efforts. I always talk about the girls and how hard it is and how demanding we are for the varsity level. The captains, actually, the intensity and the expectations are higher than anyone else. One of those expectations is always to show leadership, always to show compassion, and try to get to know each and every athlete. These two young ladies did a phenomenal job with that. It was not always easy. They're very competitive in their own nature, and sometimes they have to take a step back and say, okay, this is a freshman, they're learning the game, we've got to figure out a way to get a hold of them and get an understanding so that they get better as a player to help our team out. And these two always did the extra mile and the extra effort to help out, and it showed during the season. I'm very much going to miss both of them as captains and as individuals. Good job this season. trying to keep up with some other coach. So I'm trying to make sure I get the time thing here, go a little bit longer, just to keep you up. Coach Thurston has been a blessing for Norton High School girls soccer. He has done an amazing job this year with the girls, developing their skills, thinking the higher level of soccer, trying to step them up to a whole new level. The expectations are higher. Everything that he was doing for practices and stuff like that. He would come to our Sunday varsity practices just to help out, give out some extra attention and give out some extra support. And the only problem with Coach Thurston and I is that we both love soccer so much. So when it came 11 o'clock at night, we were at a local restaurant or something, we had to say, wait a minute, we have to work tomorrow. So we would go on and on about soccer. The man lives and breathes soccer. And he does a phenomenal job with the girls, and I truly appreciate it, and it's been a great pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
At the start of our season, we had over 30 girls participating in our camp, which was down in Kingston. You have to be committed if you're going to drive all the way down to Kingston every day. They did a great job. We played some of the best teams around the state. For example, Duxbury was there, Duxbury's in the finals. We had also some of the, they were all Division I schools except for one. Actually two, we were the other one. So there were only two smaller teams. All of them were Division I. BR, for example, they made it to the playoffs this year as well, and there's all different conferences. So we played some of the best teams around. It definitely helped us. A lot of practice, 4 to 5 hours every day for that camp. The girls did a great job. It was all optional, and they just rose to the occasion early on to have that many girls come out, especially considering we have a lot of freshmen this year. A lot. So that was really good to see them come out. We showed tremendous growth in every single game we played. You know that they're showing improvement when the Medway coach comes up to me and says, Coach, I gotta tell you, your girls are impressive. And I said, yeah, thanks, whatever. Because we lost. He was joking with me, he said, your girls improved so much from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. It is amazing how hard they've worked. And for Medway, who's also got to the finals this year, and I saw the game and it went to overtime, and then another overtime, and then penalty kicks, and then after 5 penalty kicks, they went to the 6th one, which was where they lost. But I'll tell you, they were a very good team, and when we were keeping competitive with them and losing by just a little bit, it's an impressive game. So obviously, the league knows that these girls are improving. I know that they're improving. Coach Thurston saw it as well. So we were really impressed with that and the passing and controlling of the game. Our second half of the season, we demonstrated our improvements in so many ways. At first, we weren't necessarily passing very well. We were trying to kick the ball a little bit too much, and eventually we started to realize we need to pass with purpose. We need to pass with the goal of bringing the ball up from the back, start shooting. I'd say about halfway through, we got down to passing them really well. Very impressive, tremendous improvement. Our game was hard because we didn't have a lot of goal scorers right away. And it was really tough because some of our freshmen, who are half the size of seniors, were playing against these seniors who are huge for most of the ones in our league. They were getting beat up a little bit. But none of our forwards ever gave up. And then by the 3 quarters through the season, we were starting to score more and more goals. So I was going to do like a visual for a graph, but I figured I won't go that far. And I was going to show the depth and growth of our season, but if you look at just the record alone and the improvement of our team, it was amazing, especially the goal scoring and the shooting and things like that. My goal this evening is to attempt to identify some of the many characteristics our players possess. By no means do we think we have identified all of the benefits that this type of player brings to our team. But here are a few of the characteristics that I think our Norton girls players show. We are a team. We love the game for the challenge of working harder than we have ever thought possible. Most people would think we are crazy for double sessions to our regular season of 6-day practices. We all thought it would help a little bit, which it did. We love the game because it has always been part of us and we can't imagine our lives without it. We love the game for everything it teaches us along the way. We do not believe we would be the same person without the game. It is part of each one of them. We love the game because it takes all team members to give it life. It isn't about who scores the most goals, runs the fastest, or who gets the most assists, but rather the journey we take to get better. A famous athlete once said, even when you've played the game of your life, it's the feeling of teamwork that you'll remember. You'll forget the plays, the shots, and the scores, but you'll never forget your teammates. Of course, there will always be those heartbreaking losses and underdog wins that will stick with us forever. But the bonds we form will some of the greatest relationships in our lives. I still to this day have friends that I played soccer with in high school. And it's just the best, they're the friends that you will always have. So I always say to the seniors and the freshmen, it goes by fast, enjoy it while you can. At this time, what I would like to do is to call up the freshmen and sophomores up to the front. Freshman. There's no particular order. Allie Whitman. Allie played keeper for us for varsity and did a fantastic job. It was very hard to do that as a freshman. She did a fantastic job for us. She shared time with some other keepers. We're very, very pleased to have her. She's probably one of the quietest young ladies you'll know. I think that's a theme for our goalkeepers, depending on the moment. Our next player, Taylor. Once we realized that Taylor could just play phenomenal on the outside, she played our outside mid. She did a fantastic job for us. We were thrilled to have her on the varsity team. You know, you would think someone with her size may not be too tough of a player. Total opposite. Taylor would be very deceiving and stuff. She has great foot skills, very assertive player. Did a great job for us this year. We were very pleased to have her. Congratulations. Corinne, I moved her around a little bit this year, probably a lot. She did a very nice job for us. She scored several goals for us this season. She played almost all of the games, and if not all of the game. She did a fantastic job. If it wasn't scoring goals for us, she did a great job in midfield, to the outside. She even played forward for us for a while. So we're very, very pleased to have her on the team. Congratulations. Chrissy. Okay, remember what I said about those captains? They're just not organized. They're everything else. All right, Chrissy, come on up. Chrissy played forward for us for varsity. She did a fantastic job. Actually, she played midfield for a while, and then we switched her to forward. And I think without a doubt, that's the position that she belongs in. She scored several goals. One of the things that I love when Chrissy said to me one day, she came off the field, I go, what's wrong? I can tell something's up. And she goes, it's fine. She looks right at me and goes, they're the meanest people in the world, and I'm going out and I'm going to score a goal. And I said, okay. She goes, is one enough? And I looked at her and go, okay, how about two? Why not? So she never ever gave up. She played as a forward, which was, I think, the definite area that we're going to develop her as a player in. And I think that next year will be definitely a calling for her. So we're thrilled that she played for us. Congratulations. And also, we had Lexi and Mary, why don't you guys come up together? Lexi and Mary also both played JV and varsity. They played about half and half, so we wanted to recognize them also for playing varsity time as well. This was a interesting season in the sense that we had 11 girls graduate last year, so we needed 12, at least 12 more players that had never ever played varsity level before. So these girls willingly stepped up, worked hard, played hard. As Coach Thurston talked about them earlier, and said how well they did. They both played midfield to outside mid. They did a great job, and sometimes we'd have to have them play fullback because we needed them to do that because of injuries or because of people needing breaks and things like that. So both of them did a great job, so congratulations. Excellent. Sending it. Keeper for us. She was injured a lot this season because of previous injury, but she kept coming back and she did a great job helping out the team. She kept stats for us even if she couldn't play. She supported the team on the sideline, so we were thrilled to have her. She also was very nice and very kind about helping out the freshmen and goalkeeper because that's her spot. That's her area of expertise, so she really helped lead the team in that way, so we were thrilled to have her. Congratulations. Victoria. Victoria never likes to be pointed out in front of everybody, so that's why I'm doing it. She's also played keeper for us and did a fantastic job. Her and Allie switched the most time from half and half to some of the games, or played one full game depending on the situation. Victoria usually plays the field, and she was started off as a JV player. Totally came up from varsity level and played an excellent season. She had great games. One of the best things about Victoria is you never had to say much to her at all. Sometimes you had to tell her to stay back a little bit in the goal, but other than that, you never had to say anything. Something happens, and she would yell out to everyone, "That's my fault, I got it, I own it, keep on playing." Like she would never try to pass the buck or anything. She would always say, "It was me, I need to work on that." It was awesome. So it was great to see her. I believe that she's going to continue to be a great player. I'm looking forward to her. I'm not sure we're going to play her next year. She's so talented, so we'll see. Taylor Sabat. Taylor played forward for us and did a fantastic job. She also played outside mid, didn't always feel comfortable there, but would do anything we asked her for the team. She also man-marked, which was a very helpful thing and not an easy thing to do. So overall, she was a very versatile player who added a lot to the game. Never complained about playing JV or varsity. She actually made a slow transition to varsity, but once she did a great job. So congratulations. Haley. Haley is a sophomore that was the only freshman last year that made varsity. So it tells you something about Haley's abilities. She's an amazing player. One of the best things about Haley is that she never complained or even on the sideline complained or anything. Because what she would do is, if you needed her in a spot, she'd play that spot. And the best part was she'd play that spot really well. She just didn't do it, she did it well. So we were thrilled to have her. She played forward, she played mid, she played fullback. I think basically everything except for keeper, which I'm working on. So we'll work on that for next year. So congratulations. Sarah. Sarah came up again, and she started, I don't think she did any, well, maybe one or two JV games, or not. One. She did a great job for us. We moved her up to defense, the position she's never played really before. She played it tremendously well. She had a rough few weeks in the beginning of the season because the other teams don't take that into consideration. You know, they go right at you. And she learned it quickly. well. We were thrilled about her improvement in her depth as a player, and that she got even better and better. I would say now, without a doubt, Sarah is one of our best defenders on this team. Congratulations. Catherine. Catherine did a great job this year as well. She also played forward and she played mid. One of the best things Catherine would do is she would man mark, and she would do it very well. She is very fast, and she's a hard worker, and she never gives up. So one of the things that we like best about her is that she would always give her best effort out there. She was a great asset to the team, scored several goals for us, proud forward for us, so we're very glad about that. We're excited for next year and the things that we can bring to the table. So congratulations. Thank you.